Okay. Hello students, I am Rohan Chowgule and today again we are here to study the concept of pop operation which is there in stack. As in previous lecture we have studied the push operation, where in the push operation we have to do. First step is we have to check whether stack is full or not. So exactly opposite is there in the pop case. So we'll discuss this pop case. So in the pop case or in the pop operation, if this pop operation is nothing but it is a deletion operation. That is, we have to delete or we have to remove one element from the stack. So as in this case, the insertion and deletion is carried out from one end. That end is called as top end. So whatever insertion and deletion is there, or whatever push operation or pop operation is there, that operation is carried out from one end only. So here I have written one algorithm for this pop operation. So let's see the algorithm which is there for pop operation. So as I said, in the push operation we have to check whether the stack is full or not, whether there is space is available to insert a new element into stack or not. But here in the case of pop operation we have to check exactly opposite condition, that is we have to check whether stack is empty or not. So let's discuss this algorithm step by step. So here as I said in previous case also, we have to check this algorithm for different conditions. So here we'll for different cases. So here we'll discuss first case. Just consider that we are having one having linear array. So this is our linear array. This is called as array representation of stack. So having 4 elements, or the size of stack is 4. In this case we are having 2 variables. First variable is called as top. So this is our top. Basically this top is nothing but it is a pointer variable which hold the address or which hold the location of the top element of the stack. So here in this case, here there is no element available in the stack. It means the value of top is equal to 0. Next, here we are having a second variable. It is max stack. So here in this case, what max stack represent? Max stack, it is a variable which gives the maximum number of elements that can be held by the stack. So here in this case, how many maximum number of element held by this stack? So this is the name of this linear array, stack. So how many elements we can store in this stack? So maximum 4 elements we can store in this stack. So the size of max stack is 4. So this is the first case where we are having no element present in the stack. So while deleting any element from stack, or while doing the pop operation, first we have to check that whether element present or not. So if element is present, then and then only we can remove one element from stack. If element is not there, then it is not possible to remove element from that stack. So that's why we have checked first that whether a stack is empty or not. So for that we have first step, that is if top is equals to 0. As in previous lecture we have studied the condition for stack is empty. So what is the condition to check whether stack is empty or not? So to check that, we have this condition, top is equals to 0. So if top is equals to 0, then print underflow and return. So this is the first step. So here in this case, first we are going to check whether top, what is value of top. So here in this case, no element is present. That's why the value of top is 0. So here this condition is gets satisfied. So top is equals to 0. So condition is gets satisfied in the first case. So it will print simply it will print underflow and it will return from the algorithm. So in this case we will get the output as a underflow and our control will move from this algorithm. So this is about the first case where no element is present in the stack. So let's consider another case. This is case 2. In this case, we are having some elements present in this stack. So this is a stack. Again, I am drawing the same. This is the name of this stack. So the name of linear array, it is stack. Then next, this is index. Then let's just consider example that this particular stack is having 3 elements A, B and C. So first I have inserted A, then I have inserted B and then I have inserted C. So in this case top will point to the third location. So here top will point. So that's why the value of top is 3. And what will be the value of max stack? Max stack is nothing but total, it is a maximum number of elements that stack can hold. So here maximum this stack can hold 4 elements. So value of max stack is 4 and top is 3. So now let's check the algorithm again for this case. So here in this case, what is first step? That is, we have to check whether stack is empty or not. So if top is equals to 0, then print O underflow and exit. So here if we'll check the first step, top is equals to 0. So here in this case value of top is equals to 3. 3 is equals to 0. So it is not equals to 0. So control will not execute this underflow, print underflow statement. So it will skip this and it will jump towards the second statement as this condition is false. So control will come over second statement. What is that second statement? Set item is equal to stack of top. So as we know that whatever insertion and deletion is carried out from one end, that is from the top end. So whatever, while deleting any element from stack, we have to remove top element which is present at the top location. So here first we have to remove the element which is present at top location, that is we have to remove C. So that's why I have written over here stack of top. So whatever element present at the top of the stack will get assigned to the item. So item is a variable in which we are going to save the element which is to be deleted. So whatever element we are going to delete will get stored in the item. So here in this case we'll see the second step, that is item. It is a name of variable where we are going to store the element which is to be deleted. So here in this case item is equals to stack of top. So what is value of top? So here in this case value of top is 3. Let's see what is value, which element is present at the third location. So stack of top, it is stack of 3 is equals to C. So the value of stack of 3 is C. So it will get stored in item. Okay, so C will get stored in the item. So this is our second step. Now in the third step, as we have removed one element from the top, now what we have to do, initially the initial 3 elements were there, so that's why we had the value of top is equals to 3. As here in the second step we have removed one element, so obviously one element is removed initial 3 elements were there. Now because of we have removed one element, so now value of top is decreased by 1. So we have to decrease the value of top by 1 as we have removed one element in the second step. So for that, to decrease the value of top, I have written the third step. It is set top is equals to top minus 1. So here, as we know that first the right side of the assignment operator will get executed. This is the assignment operator. So first this side will get executed. So here in this case value of top is equals to 3. 3 minus 1 will get 2. So now initially the top was pointing to the third location. Now here it will point to the second location. So instead of pointing to the third location, now our top will point to the second location. Okay, so this is about the third step, and fourth step just it is written, so will come out of this algorithm. So here if we see, physically it is not removed from the stack, just we are changing the value of top only, and we are storing or we are assigning the element which is to be deleted to the variable item. So this is stored in this item. So again if we execute the same algorithm, so in this case what will happen? So as the top is pointing to the second location, the value of top is 2. I am saying that after the execution of this, again if I execute the same algorithm for this, here top is 2, then it will check the first step whether top is 0 or not. So top is not 0, so first step will get skipped. The second step, set item is equals to stack of top. So here top is equals to 2, so stack of 2. So stack of 2 is B. So B will get stored into the item. So value of item becomes B. Then what we have done? Then we have decreased the value of top by 1. So top is equals to top minus 1, that is 2 minus 1, 1. So now instead of pointing top to the second location, it will point to the first location. Okay, so again if you want to remove one more element, again you have to execute this same algorithm. So while exiting from the algorithm, in the first step we got the value which is deleted, which was deleted is C, and if we execute the same again, then B will get removed. As I said in the previous case, if you want to remove B, first we have to remove C. If you want to remove A, then first we have to remove B and C. That is, first we have to remove C and then B and then A. So this way this particular pop operation is carried out. So I hope you understand this whole concept of pop operation. So simply we have to remove one element from stack, then in that case we have to use this pop operation. So just take a quick review what we have studied in this lecture. So here in this case basically pop operation is used for deletion. So here first step is there. In the first step we have checked whether stack is empty or any element is present or not. If the stack is empty, then simply we have to print underflow and we have to return from the algorithm or return from the program. So in case of push operation, we have to check whether stack is full or not, and in case of pop operation we have to check whether stack is empty or not. If empty, just print underflow, and if it is not empty, then just go to the second step. In the second step we have simply assigned element which is to be deleted to the variable item. Then after assigning that value, what we have done, we have simply decreases the value of top by 1, and then we have exited from the algorithm or the program. So this is a simple push and pop operation. Okay, I hope you understand all the concept. Okay, thank you.